Hi students, today we'll start a new chapter and a new topic here. This is one of the most important topics in your accountancy syllabus. This is double entry system. Now every transaction has two aspects involved in it. Each and every transaction, whatever we enter into, have two aspects of it. One of them is called debit, abbreviated as DR, and the next one is called credit, abbreviated as CR. So this is also called golden rules of accounting, what I am going to show you today. Now all the accounts are divided into three types. There are three types of accounts. One is personal, real and nominal. Here you can see personal account, real account and nominal account. Now personal account is just the name of any person or a financial or an institution or any bank account. Real account is of materials or things that we can see or that have a physical existence, and nominal account includes all the expenses and incomes that we need to pay or we receive. Now the rule for personal account is always debit. This is DR, the abbreviation for debit. The receiver is always debited and the giver is always credited. The receiver will always be debited and the giver or the payer will always be credited. In case of real accounts, the rule is debit what comes in. Whatever you get, whatever is coming into your business is debit, and whatever is going out is credit. Credit is what goes out. In case of nominal, we have debit all expenses and losses. All the expenses and losses are debited. I repeat, whatever expenses and losses you suffer or you need to pay are all debited, and all incomes and gains are credited. Whatever income and gain you will have will be credited. Now we'll see one by one with an example. In case of personal account, paid cash to Ram. If a transaction is paid cash to Ram rupees 10,000, in this case we'll see it in this manner. Ram account will be debited with 10,000, and what we have paid to Ram is cash. We have paid Ram 10,000, so what we have paid actually is cash, so cash will be credited here, rupees 10,000. Here you can see Ram is the receiver in this case because we have paid cash to Ram, so Ram has received the cash, so Ram is the receiver, so Ram is always debit. As in the case of personal account, we have debit the receiver. So whatever transaction will have of this nature, paid cash to Ram 10,000 or paid cash to anyone, A, B, C, D, whatever, will have the receiver will always be debited, and whatever we have paid, that is cash, will be credited. Let us see one more example. Received a check from Syam of rupees 6,000. Here we have received a check from Syam of rupees 6,000. So check is not written in our accounts. In generally the books of accounts we don't write check, we write bank. So we have written bank, debit 6,000, to Syam, credit 6,000. Here Syam is the giver. So who has paid us the check? Syam. Who has given us the check? Syam. So Syam is the giver here, so Syam will be credited. In the previous entry we have paid to Ram, Ram was the receiver, so Ram was debit. Here Syam has paid us the check, so Syam is credit. So this was few examples on personal account. Now let us also check real account and nominal accounts. In case of real account, the rule was debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So purchase machinery rupees 1 lakh. The first transaction here is purchase machinery rupees 1 lakh. So machinery account will be debited. In this we will make an entry in such manner: machinery account debit to cash. What we have paid for purchasing machinery is cash of rupees 1 lakh. Now machinery is what we got. What came into our business is machinery. We have purchased machinery, so we got machinery. So machinery has what has come in, so machinery is debit. One more example: sold old newspapers for rupees 3,000. The old newspapers that we have sold it for rupees 3,000. Now we have an entry: cash account debit to old newspapers. We have received cash of rupees 3,000, and what we have sold is old newspapers for rupees 3,000. Here what goes out of our business, what we have sold, what has gone out, that is old newspaper. So what goes out is old newspaper, that will always be credit. So I have shown you two examples in real account also. Now let us see for nominal account. In nominal account, the rule was debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains. So here first transaction is paid rent rupees 9,000. Suppose we have paid a rent of rupees 9,000. So rent will be debited, and what we have paid rent, but we have actually paid cash. We have spent cash for that. So cash will be credited rupees 9,000. Here rent is our expense, so it will be debit. As rent, we have paying rent, so it is an expense. If we would have received rent, then it would have been our income and it would have been credited. But here we have paid rent, so it is our expense and it is debited. Let us see one more transaction. Received interest rupees 300. We have received interest of rupees 300. So what we have received actually is interest, but actual amount what has come in the form of cash. So we have received cash rupees 300 to interest. Interest is credit rupees 300, as interest is our income here. Since we are receiving interest, so it is our income. Had we been paying interest, it would have been our expense. But here we are receiving interest, so it is our income. So interest will be credited. So interest income is credit. In this manner, I have shown you examples for all three personal, real and nominal accounts. Once again, I am showing you the rule here. There are three types of accounts: personal, real and nominal. Personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. And nominal, debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains. So in this manner, you need to follow the double interest system and the types of accounts. Please watch this video very carefully, and if you have any queries regarding the same, you can text me or call me on my contact number. I'll soon get back to you with another video. Till then, thank you very much and bye.